What's up guys? Do you make these 11 print-on-demand mistakes? In this video, I'm going to take you through the 11 most common mistakes that I continually see from people that are starting out in the industry. Some of them I still do from time to time. So it's important to know what they are so you can address it, fix it, and move on towards those sales. So number one, going too broad. When we go too broad, that's like fishing in an ocean. You don't know where the fish are, you don't know what bait to use. By niching down just a bit, you allow yourself to show up with the right bait in the right location and increase your chances of catching that fish or making those sales. Number two, you're over designing your products. There are a couple of sayings that get thrown around in the industry, one being simple sells, the other is ugly sells. So keep it simple. The reason for this, particularly with interruption marketing like we're doing with Facebook and TikTok, we want people to understand what the phrase and design is immediately when they see it. So when it comes up on their feed, you don't want them wasting time trying to work out what the fancy design actually is. Whether they like the colors, whether they like the extra lines that you put on there, you want them to know what it is so they can click it and buy it immediately. Reduce that friction. Number three, you're using excessive words. If you're using excessive words, you're putting in extra fluff that just doesn't need to be there. So when you're doing your proofing of designs, make sure you're having a read of it and going, does this waffle or does the point get hit home very, very succinctly? Every extra word is a chance that you're going to lose that sale. Number four is picking a product with no margin after advertising fees and the cost of the goods actually being sold. It's important that you choose something with at least $30 plus margin, and there's tons of products out there that now has that. Jewelry, metal art, aluminium prints, baseball jerseys, sneakers, there's tons of them. So spend a bit of time trying to find what they are. It's no more difficult to sell a product that's $100 than it is to sell a product that's $15. If you sell mugs, you're not going to make money. If you sell mugs, you're a mug. Number five, and this is super critical, you're being inconsistent with your launches. You need consistency in showing up in this business. The more launches you put up, the more you learn, the more you optimize your accounts, your marketplaces, wherever you're selling. When you start doing the exercise of launching more, you get further and further into the niches. When you're running your ads, people are commenting on your ads, telling you what it is they want. Oftentimes, you will see comments in there that give you a new idea for a new product. That's where you're finding your sales. Number six, you've got no structure or strategy. There is so much information and a lot of it is mine, but there's so many how-to videos out there. What you need is a strategy that brings them all together so it gives you the roadmap that you need to follow so you can execute consistently. Because like I said in point number five, consistency is critical. Which brings us to number seven, which is you're following too many strategies. That could also be following too many coaches. If you're learning, if you're just starting, it is much more important to focus, which is, if you've seen my other videos, follow one coach until success. And that's the same for your strategy. You need to implement a proven system that's going to get you closer and closer to the results that you want. Choose wisely. Number eight, there's no focus product. This is absolutely critical. When you're running print on demand as a side hustle, when you're working that 9 to 5 and you're doing it in your spare time, it is very, very critical that you're spending your time learning it all you can about one product. When I started with Teespring back in 2014, we focused on black shirts. And guess what? By focusing on that black shirt or the black hoodie, depending on what time of the year it was, we were able to do $1.8 million in profit before ad spend by selling these shirts. Focus. Make sure that's exactly what you're doing. If you're selling shine-on jewelry, make sure you're focused on one product. With print on demand, we have so many products to choose from. A lot of them sell very, very well. So it's much more important for you just to be efficient with your time and get good at designing for one product. Number nine, there's no emotional triggers. You need to get people to respond in the newsfeed to what it is that you're putting in front of them. If they cry, they buy. If you're doing political angles, people are going to get riled up. If you're going left, people from the right are going to be upset, and vice versa. You need to find what those emotional triggers are that is going to have someone buying from you. With metal art, it's things like the anniversary date, the last names, niche elements like bikes for bikers, or cyclists, or deer for hunters, even their racks, the racks they mount, those racks. With canvases, you've also got the added real estate of all that space on the canvas. You can put the names, anniversary dates, you can use the phrases from jewelry, and you can allow them to upload photos as well. There's so many emotional triggers in that. Number 10, you're copycatting. That is a big no-no. You don't want to reinvent the wheel when you're looking for inspiration, but you don't want to plagiarize what you're seeing out there. That can land you in legal trouble. What you're doing is wanting that inspiration. You're using the sentiment to be creative in making your own products. That is part of the fun of print on demand, creating something new and unique people haven't seen before, but using other products as inspiration to create your own. And number 11, and this is the most critical out of all the mistakes that I've shared with you, you're not putting time and energy into the one thing that's going to make everything work with print on demand. Can you guess what it is? You need a rock solid mindset. The meditation, the visualization, all the things that allow you to be grateful for what you have and grateful for what you're building and what your future success looks like. The mindset, when you show up with optimism, when you're in here having fun and enjoying the process, getting through those speed bumps and roadblocks, because you know once you get through them, on the other side is where your success is going to come to you. Make sure you're giving yourself that time away from the family, away from the computers, to allow yourself just to sit quietly and meditate on that future success. I share this and I'm so passionate about mindset. Just check out my last video because I know what it's done for me. Make sure you're placing importance on your mindset to allow all these things that I'm teaching you to come together in a much more meaningful way. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know. If you've got any questions, make sure you ask below. If you'd like to work with me personally, make sure you check out podhacks.co, where I give you the roadmap to creating a six-figure print-on-demand business. See you in the next one. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and ask any questions below. The more that you engage with these videos, the more it shows YouTube that you want to see this content, and the more that I'll be able to see what kind of content you want me to create in the future. Love it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.